welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. But mayhap we ought to be better prepared for such.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual...
Joints have been aching something fierce of late.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Dead on my feet. Best be heading home. Maybe I'll keep right
What did I do to deserve
Alms,
this?
alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate salvation.
I don't know what to do.
Oh. What does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
The hours seem to fly after the last time I touched them.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I would appreciate your...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain, follow me!
all my days. So
Those recruits don't red pommel from Point.
but not at the expense of my duty.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray be cautious, Your Majesty.
Nary a dental scratch on my arms and armor.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say. I'm not sure.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Right, now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though, we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait.
So stiff after a day's patrol.
It's just about anywhere.
Disturb this peace.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the You know where to find me.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melve and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melve.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
We've more places to go, yes? Then let us be off. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harv Village, as I recall.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
A flexible vocation, suited to bolstering our band where reinforcement is most needed.
Our foes will soon find themselves hard-pressed.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. Much obliged. Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. Much obliged.
Now you're gonna make me
This
lose
is
my
an
temper.
outrage! Welcome.
Could you come over here?
Looks like my luck's run out.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing? Do stop and have a look. I've wares.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
What's this I smell? I don't know what to do.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
At last! The moment I've been...
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Gathering clues will be essential to our success in this matter.
Indeed, you are correct.
My duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. Venture it, grand way to wind up a cadaver.
And nobles do nothing. Got some sweetmeats and ale.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there ought to be found while we're here?
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery. Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Just another way to save your own...
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Shall we report back now?
Wickedness has no hold upon a
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come! I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. Prepare to engage!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Indeed, you are correct.
Over here. Come look.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
'Tis quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are. To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Be sure to keep your wits about you. Surely this is a jest. All that effort for so little gain?
Rarely have I felt so empty. Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Let us proceed with caution. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Tis good to be reunited.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
I pray none goes amiss.
haven't got anywhere to lead.
What should I do? What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve.
Oh, I can't find a silver... They're hard to find, aren't they?
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use. We must rest, though the sun...
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
I pray this will convey the depth of my gratitude.
Here always calms me down. I always seem to feel in here.
Chance to development of my any book was fine as books.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's... Since Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell, the man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Huzzah! You've done it!
We have done what we set out to do, and that is well enough.
'Tis vital that we rest and regain our...
There is much we ought to tend to. Have you reconsidered the matter of investigating the false sovereign? Should you infiltrate one of the palace's masquerades, I am confident that you will leave with some inkling as to the man's origins as the true sovereign. I've no doubt this is a matter best left in your hands. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
I get along with everyone. Not sure what they expect. I'm no fool.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attended a palace masquerade. Onward to Burnworth Castle. I'd gladly accompany you into the palace if I could, Master, but my kind are only permitted as far as the entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
'Twas an eventful journey, but we made it here all right.
We shall remain here.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
Hubris is man's worst.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
Is this some manner of trial? I've clean forgotten.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, you see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
This is a shameful place.
I must try to
Perfect meditation.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Such quietude.
Such worn-out gear.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
It's a thankless job, this.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I'm frightfully busy. No time for idle chatter.
Well, it's rooted in the soil of love.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me.
The same tired faces in the same tired farce.
Oh, well. Best to remain sober.
Presume to confound me, do you?
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
Open this door right now.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Goodness, I must have lost track of time.
Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Once the day's work is done,
Come see me in my bordlery. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to...
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I'm not sure what's best.
I get along with everyone.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace. sure what to do with myself today.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are delighted to have you. Pray, do enjoy your stay.
At last. 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. First things first, we must speak with Captain Brandt. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
This really is fun, Blossom.
Come take a look. You'll be...
Glad you did.
Do come again.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Here already, are we?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasus fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
I know not what to make of this.
It's a thankless job, this.
What's the point?
place, this. I'm in the...
Shall we get some rest?
I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
True enough.
Let us press on with our next objective. On to the nearest location. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
Fancy a look at my wares? It's really...
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
All these people tire me out.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
I'm nodding off where I stand.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
It is a magnificent bridge.
It would be nice to stand here with a stiff drink in hand and admire the view.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs just to be sure.
Watch out! A foe is coming for you, Arisen!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
It's vital to make level-headed. Our foe has been thrown off balance.
There is no better time to strike.
Strike fast! Or it shall fall. Our chances of victory are slim. The prudent choice would be to beat a hasty retreat.
Well now.
This foe is born to finish off with flame.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy, but not necessarily easier to counter. Ensure your next attack is no less perfect. One of our number is unconscious. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly I grant you fire blades. Use it well. Behold! That was a sight to the heart. Twould seem our foe has lost their vim. We must make the most of this opportunity. I shall lead the charge!
Thank you, Master. I will hope.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
drag it to the ground.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. One of us has been down before. How are we going to attack it without hindering it? So be arisen. How might I be of aid? You have my protection. Let my magic give your weapons to the elements.
Seems we have a range up.
I cannot use their rage to our advantage. Jump on, and I'll launch you into the sky.
You'd best rid yourself of that side or It's the simplest strategy that our foe most supports. Knock its feet out from under it and strike air to recover.
It is best to rely on all our strength. We must stand together in order to succeed. It is a pleasure to serve you.
All together now! We attack as one!
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand. A well-aimed strike. Strike where it must.
I grant you roaring flesh. You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire.
We defeated a fearsome foe and lived to tell the tale. One cannot ask for more than that.
The tide of battle was in our favor.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Rather valuable.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
One of us has been doused in swarm! Let my magic grant you It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Focus. Battle continues.
Splendid.
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Well done, Master.
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? We have arrived.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. Let us press on with our next objective. On to the nearest location. We were to make the Harv village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I've got wares of every ilk.
pleasure doing business with you.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the private quarters of one arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Each to their own.
Where do you think you're going, eh? You scared? Get back.
You'll want to remove that stuff, and soon. I brought you Fire's Blaze. Use it well. I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Huzzah! You've done it! Come on then!
Ah, now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.